YouTube, man, what's going on? Silent H back with another vid, man, and we gotta talk about it. I don't know if you guys have recently seen what's going on, but Mikey Williams once again has been de-ranked by ESPN, and this is very interesting to say the least. And on the other hand, Bronny James's ranking is also looking crazy as well. So let's break down, get right into it. But man, if you do like these type of vids, make sure you like the vid, sub to the channel, turn on those notifications. It's free, but let's get right into it. Now, if you guys have not seen these updated rankings, in my opinion, they're kind of looking crazy. And of course, every year we kind of talk about and update you guys on how these players are looking, why they're ranked the way they are, and really what's going on with these hoopers. And of course, Mikey Williams, this dude is a celebrity. He has his own scat pack. You guys know he even collabed with OVO and Drake's brand, of course. He's really that guy at the high school level. There are not a lot of people that have this type of fame at his age. Of course, he's got the TikTok followers, the Instagram followers, the Snapchat followers. He's all over, and people really hoard him as a celebrity. And that's what he is at this point. Has his own TV show. The list goes on and on. But how has his game been on the basketball court, and how are these rankings looking for this dude? Now, if you guys have not heard the news by now, he has actually been de-ranked and went from the number 7 spot, I believe, to the number 11 spot on that ESPN ranking list. And of course, he's still a 5-star recruit and has plenty of interest from different schools. Now, in my opinion, it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna state the obvious here, because at the end of the day, if he's playing well enough, has offers, it really does not matter where he's ranked. Think about it. If colleges are interested in you and whatever route you're trying to pursue after high school, if you have colleges interested, of course, if you have maybe even overtime NBA G League, if you have even NBL, you have all these routes interested in you. Why does it really matter where you're ranked at? A lot of people like to attach and put a lot of emphasis on rankings, meaning that just because another player is ranked higher means they're better. But we know by now that's not the case. How many times have you guys seen it by now where you see dudes that are ranked super highly, but they end up being busts in the future? It happens all the time. But when we look at rankings like this, I really think Mikey's most important thing at this point is just to focus on his career, his game, how he's developing over the long term, and really just shut out the rankings. And he's even said in interviews before, he does not care about rankings at all. Pretty much all he wants to do is work. And you guys know the famous line when he was talking about he didn't even want to go to prom. This dude just wanted to be in the gym because he was so dedicated to the game. And that off the bat tells me right there, he is going to make it to the league. I'm going to call it right now. And if not, he's going to do something great in whatever area he does go into, because that's clearly the mindset that he has moving forward. And it's really a reflection of his game and how well he's played thus far. But I've seen some crazy comments talking about this dude, and people have even stated that Mikey Williams should have never left San Isidro, which is his previous school back in San Diego, California. And I gotta be honest here, that's crazy to me. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because this shows you the type of emphasis people put on rankings, when in all reality, man, ESPN rankings do not mean the end all be all for these hoopers. San Isidro, yes, of course, Mikey Williams had that, I believe it was 71 or 77 point game. He was doing his thing on the court, eating, averaging a crazy amount of points. There was no one stopping him there. That was a fact. But what did that produce? You have to look at a player's long career, long-term career, and really take a look at it and say, is he really improving at a school where he's scoring 50, 70 points, or should he go to a different program? And you guys know by now the move to Lake Norman Christian, of course, in Charlotte, North Carolina, that was the move because you play against better competition. That was the whole point of this. And even if he does get de-ranked in the rankings, it really truly does not matter, because you guys know by now it's about continual improvement. It's about making it and continuing to work hard so that you're able to come out of it and say, I became a better player, and that's just going to make me more prepared for whatever the next level you're going to be playing at is. And if that's college or going straight to the NBA, the NBL, the NBA G League, whatever it is, even overtime, it's whatever it is, you want to make sure you're improved on that level. And we all know by now, Mikey was not playing people like Amani Bates back at his old school. Maybe if you wanted to argue in AAU, but at the end of the day, when he did make that transition over here, I think it was just to make him an overall better player for sure. And if you guys did not notice by now, DJ Wagner is still the #1 ranked player, which I can't say I'm surprised. I think his combination of his insane growth spurt, being able to be that point guard position, there's just no one in his class that is really matching that. But for sure, there's a ton of talent. Of course, Robert Dillingham is actually ranked 8th over Mikey Williams, which is huge as well. That's another big player in Charlotte. But man, those are some tough rankings. Now, if you did not see where Bronny James is actually ranked, he's actually ranked 50th on the list, which in my opinion is kind of tough. We know that a lot of people would just like to say Bronny is ranked because of his father. And yes, we know that's partially true. At the end of the day, you have to give it to him. Yes, people would not have those type of eyes on Bronny, the same type of offers if he wasn't LeBron's son. But we don't live in a what if type of world. When we really look at it, at the end of the day, he's going to be fine too, because of course rankings still do not matter pertaining to him as well. He has college offers, has a lot of interest, is continually improving his game. And even, you remember, NBA scouts had commented on Bronny's game and said he was really a surprise in the EYBL session, because you guys know he was putting a lot of buckets on the court, and especially when he was getting comfortable and really playing aggressive on the court, look what happened. He had 16-point games. He was really shooting the ball from the three very well. And that just shows you that he's getting better continuously, regardless of what people want to criticize about his game and say this and that. I think that continual improvement on his game is showing that he's really in it for the long term and not in it just to make a small name for himself or get some clout. It's really all about improving over the long term. And that's what he's clearly about. I think Bronny is super focused on getting to the next level. But in my opinion, I think what rankings are going to do for a lot of these hoopers, and the really sad part about it, is basketball is a game of visibility. In this case, the people that are ranked on these lists are usually the ones that have a lot of visibility. They have a lot of eyes on them, when there are plenty of other hoopers that maybe don't get that same type of shine just because people do not always view them. And especially with deals being going out left and right, you guys know a lot of these dudes are able to make money off of their name, image, and likeness. We're going to see that more and more often now, where these high school hoopers are actually able to sign different contracts, different deals. Mikey Williams did it, where they said he was making millions allegedly. Of course, we haven't seen any specific details, but for real, you'll see it more and more often. And I think that's what's going to help with these ranking lists. It's going to give players and people who are looking to give these type of players some type of contracts early on, they're going to get that type of exposure. And I think that's what these ESPN rankings are going to be a lot more about in the future, because in the past, these guys weren't able to make money off of their name, image, and likeness, where now ESPN kind of controls this market here, to where people really see and view, are these guys really hoopers? How good are they ranked? What is their influence? And if you're ranked pretty highly, man, someone's going to be interested in trying to sign you to some type of contract to make some money off of your name, image, and likeness. And that's what I see ESPN doing. And that's why you can't trust these ranking websites at the end of the day, because you never know their motives. A lot of people will say that these are pure motives. They just rank the players. But basketball is a game of politics. So when you see players getting D-ranked, this and that, just know if they still have the offers, if they still have the game, man, not much has changed with these things. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you agree with my opinion or not? What do you think about Mikey and Bronny's spot? Bronny 50th, Mikey 11th in the country. You guys saw Robert Dillingham in there. You saw a ton of hoopers. DJ Wagner still #1, still hasn't been touched. That's tough. But you guys let me know what you think about these rankings in the comment section down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, get a notification every time I upload a new video, and comment and video suggestions. I appreciate each and every one of you. Selling each of them out.